secret for a few weeks. I have just been so anxious. Like, I knew this was going to be the best seminar ever, but there were so many reasons and I couldn't tell all of them. And so I am so excited. But, you know, you all that are mothers know what it feels like. She's not my daughter, but it just feels so good when one of yours gets the recognition that she deserves. So, forgive me if I've got like stuff going everywhere. Okay, anyway, what a great night for the Sunshine Express unit. Terry, my director, was in the Princess Court. April, one of our directors, was up here as number 2 in the sales court. And then we had 2 consultants in the Princess Court. And then Amy on the throne. So, oh my gosh, it just doesn't get any better than that. Oh my gosh. First of all, I did make notes, and I've rewritten this speech a ton of times, but I want to thank God. I have been very protective of a few things this year, and the first was my quiet time. By focusing on God every day, I was at peace, yet I had this burning desire to work. Even when, like Amy said, even when things didn't seem to be going the way I wanted it. Because you see, I wanted 5 offspring sales directors this year, and we have neat people in our unit that will be great offspring directors. So sometimes you wonder, because we didn't reach that goal, should I consider myself a failure?
No.
I don't think so. God just had another plan. And you know, it's amazing because when I see the joy, the satisfaction, the pride, and just the beautiful camaraderie among our unit, it just shows me that we needed this as a team to catapult us into a national area. And our national area, I guarantee, will light up so many women, because our goal is to empower women and families, and we already do that, and we just are going to just shine so bright. So this was just what we needed. I just didn't know it. So thank you. It's, you know, Mary Kay always says that shoot for the moon, because if you fall, you'll land amongst the stars. And it's not a bad place to be. So anyway, thank you. Okay, so many of you know that I became a consultant at 18. I got excited when I figured out that if I sold a mascara, the profit would buy a pitcher of beer. Thank goodness, though, I didn't think any deeper, because I might have chickened out. I can tell you that this company prepares you when you're ready. And I could have never imagined that I would be leading a top unit for over 30 years. And now our unit will be listed at the Mary Kay World Headquarters with the other elite $1 million units. Okay, where is my unit? Okay. Oh my gosh, it's killing me not seeing their smiling faces. Okay, all right, I can do this though, as long as I know you are here. Okay, so I want to tell you that God blesses our efforts, but that doesn't mean that life doesn't happen. You have to recognize the blessings. The reason I don't focus on what's slowing me down is because if you focus on what's going wrong, you will get more of it. For example, many people were disheartened with all the flooding in Texas during May and June. In fact, the main artery of our city was closed for weeks. But the story I told myself was that the rain was God's way of keeping me focused. He kept me off our boat. In fact, I did not even have a tan until July. Okay, just saying. My mom always said that you can either be a wish I had or a glad I did. And trust me, I am glad I worked. I love these women, and we have something very, very special. It has been truly one of the most fun years I could ever remember. The first week of June, I got sicker than I have ever been. Like, I don't get sick, and I always tell myself I don't get sick. Well, guess what? I was like knocked on my little rear, and although I couldn't even talk to do 3-way interviews for a few days, I did not give up on my goal. Do you want to know why?
Why?
I'd love to tell you. So when the company announced that directors would get to fly to London and Paris business class if their unit did $1 million, my heart skipped a beat. You see, my husband used to travel for work. Most of our married life, he was gone Monday through Friday a lot of times. But that also meant that he upgraded us on lots of leisurely trips. Well, now he has started his own business and he's in town, and I love that. However, we don't get the upgrades like we used to and like he was used to. So I wanted this for him. In fact, he was my why when I worked to earn the first top director trip. Our unit knew that year what I was working for, but he didn't. And we earned a trip to Maui so that we could celebrate our 10-year anniversary. It was so awesome, yes. And I had that same gut feeling this time. I wanted it so bad for him. And just to go back, on our honeymoon, we just were not rolling in the dough. We drove 3 hours and stayed at a lake that we had been to many a times, okay? So the vacation, the thought of being able to do that was just so important. Now, since then, we have had wonderful travel opportunities, but I will tell you that being pampered the fabulous Mary Kay way is absolutely the best. In fact, it's better than most people can imagine. I was thinking that it's probably even better than the way the rich and famous travel because of the people that we get to go with, okay?
Amen. Amen.
So Mark Finner, I love you and you're incredibly awesome. And thank you so much for not asking what's for dinner in June. It was just real quiet. If there wasn't food out, we went somewhere, or he brought something home. Okay. To my children. So Kyle is 17, and he's not here tonight. He's going into his senior year, and he is a leader at church. So he wanted to keep his commitment to church tonight. And our family is close, and many times showing true love is supporting each other's commitments even when you'd rather be together. But I do want to mention the bouncy little blonde up here on the front row. That's Caitlin, our 19-year-old. She just finished her freshman year at Ole Miss with a 4.0 second semester. Yes. Caitlin packed herself up and drove 9 hours home and got home before the first week of May. And I'll tell you what, I love my boys, but there is nothing like the joyful chatterness that comes back when you have a girl in the house. And so I loved having her back, but I had no idea that her energy coupled with her excitement with some of the unit members at our unit meeting would just catapult our unit. She started doing facials and showing me how it didn't take a week to book things. She just booked them for tomorrow. She posted great ideas on our Facebook and sincerely cheered everybody in the unit on. And I really thank you, Caitlin, for giving up some of your lake time to achieve more sales at the end of June. So many of our unit members, and you will hear about them on Saturday, did so many fabulous things to get out of their comfort zone so that we could do great things in June. Caitlin, you're truly a rock star, and I cannot wait until everybody gets to see our whole unit in the $1 Million March. So I want to say my mom, and I always forget to say her name. So my mom is Jessie Hughes Logan, the famous, gorgeous one in the front row. And I have always been extremely grateful for the successful business that she had as an independent sales director and a senior national sales director. She's been retired for years now, but it's just amazing to me, especially now that I see it through the eyes of my daughter. And so can you imagine, you guys, you never know who's going to see what you are showing them. And so Mom, I thank you so, so much. So the light is flashing already, and there's like 4 more pages. So I will just say that many of you played a very special part in our $1 million accomplishment. Some of you may not realize how vital your words, prayers, hugs, or ideas were at the moment, but thank you. I love my Mary Kay family and our pink bubble. The world needs to get away from living in a compare and despair. It's not luck that we choose to encourage each other and to find ways to be resourceful. It is a choice. My theory, it's only a problem until you find a solution, so find it fast. And it's probably on Boxer. Okay, so anyway, I just want to close by saying, gosh, I don't want to miss all of this, but I'll just say that, okay, everybody just stand up. I'm just going to do this. I'll just skip it all and stand up. Everybody stand up, because I can see you all from here. Okay, I want you to reach as high as you can. Just reach as high, like as high as you can. Is that it? Like, are you on your tippy toes? Okay, can you all kind of mark it? Do you know how high you're reaching? Okay, so put your hand down. Okay, so is that as good as it gets? Do you feel like you gave it all?
No.
Okay, so reach up again, and this time I want you to reach higher. How many of you reached higher? All right, so you know what? You decide what's important to you. You decide who you're going to do it for. And it is already within you now. You just need to reach down deep, pull it out, and then just keep reaching up even when it doesn't feel like it. Thank you so much for your support. We love you guys. Love you guys.
So much, Brenda. Now it's time to meet the other top units in the Ruby